Welcome to my review of The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, sequel to 2006 Oblivion, which was one of the best games of all time. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion was an open-world RPG released in 2006 and received numerous Game of the Year awards. Skyrim has been a long-awaited sequel, and has it done what it's supposed to do? It has. It is one of the greatest sequels of all time, not to mention one of the best games of all time. The world that you are dropped in, called Skyrim, is absolutely huge. You will engage in hundreds of quests, slay monsters, wear weird, strange armor. It's just a brilliant, brilliant game. And in one word, it is absolutely unmissable. Wait, that's 3 words. One thing I liked about this game was the new graphics engine. Oblivion and its counterparts, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, all had the same engine, and to be honest, I fairly hated it. The graphics were pretty good in this engine, but it just seemed like the characters were just like floating on air. The characters didn't really seem to sync with the world for some reason, which I disliked. But in this game, it's completely different. Not only are you set in an absolutely beautiful world, full of missions, full of quests, full of just walking around the area is just great fun, and killing monsters, doing all these amazing quests. I mean, the game will never end. There's hundreds and hundreds of quests, which is unbelievable. You're now able to dual wield weapons, you're able to dual wield magic. My main complaint about Oblivion was the magic was slow. I mean, healing yourself took a long time. You had to keep pressing the button and keep pressing it, and it barely did anything. But in this game you can equip it to both hands and make it more powerful, and you can just hold on the button, which you can't do in Oblivion, which was very annoying. Dual wielding weapons is pretty fun. It isn't smart if you're a low level. It'd be better to use the shield, but you know, if you're going and killing something that is weak, you know, using 2 swords is just fun. The soundtrack in this game is brilliant. From my point of view, it's not as good as Oblivion's. I preferred Oblivion's soundtrack, but this game delivers a fairly good soundtrack, and it's very similar to Lord of the Rings. This game, I mean, imagine the magic you had when you read the Lord of the Rings books, watched the movies. This is exactly it. Skyrim is a brilliant, brilliant game, and it's unmissable. You have to play it. Whether you're a Black Ops player or a Call of Duty player or whatever, you must play this game. You have to play it. It's unbelievable. The only way you will dislike this game is if you hated Oblivion and you hated Fallout 3 and could not understand why anyone liked them. That's the only way you will not like this game. At the beginning of the game, you create your character, and the customization is a lot better than it was in Oblivion. Another thing is that when you're choosing your class, in Oblivion they all seemed to look the same besides the Argonian, which is a reptilian class, and the what was it called? Khajiit, which is a cat, kind of cat-like one. They were the only ones that looked different. The elves, the only difference they had was probably the colour of their skin, the point of their ears to the humans. But now in this game they do look a lot different, which is a lot better. You can give your character piercings. There's a lot more you can choose how, like, the color of their fur and the color of their scales or the color of their skin a lot better. You know, there's just so much more to do, and you can add war paint to your character, and they've topped the game of Oblivion. Oblivion was a brilliant game, and they've just topped it immensely. It's unbelievable. I've never seen a sequel do so much. Maybe it's because it's 5 years since Oblivion came out, and it's not like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty where there's a new game every year. No, I'm not saying I don't like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty. I love those games, but you know, I prefer when they bring out sequels every couple of years, just like Grand Theft Auto or Uncharted. Also, a new addition is when you level up, you get to choose a perk. So for instance, if it's your smithing level, you can now say, if you choose the dwarven perk, you can now smith dwarven swords, axes, shields, helmets, whatever. Or if it's one-handed attacks, you can now behead someone or something like that. That's what it's like, and it's just really cool, that kind of thing. Another new addition is the shouts, where you can, it's like a magic form, and you can, like, you know, whatever, push, it's like force, you can push someone back, or you can sprint really fast. You're the only one who can do it because you're Dragonborn. The story in this game it's good, but like in Elder Scrolls games, the story isn't the main thing. Of course, the storyline is always engaging, but it's never something that, you know, you'll really care about. You'll just do the missions. Like, the main attraction to this game is dragons. Fighting dragons is very, very fun at the beginning, but it does get repetitive towards the end. Dragons do randomly attack cities and towns, which is cool. You know, that's something I've never seen before. The two things I disliked about this game was that you cannot ride dragons, which I would have liked, and there's no multiplayer or co-op. I'm not saying team deathmatch kind of multiplayer, but the co-op, like, you know, 4-player co-op where you can do quests together, that would have been awfully fun if they brought that in the game. So the verdict for this game is, I absolutely love it. It's a brilliant game. It was worth full price. I probably would have paid more for it. It is unmissable. For me, it's probably going to be my game of the year. And out of 10, 10 out of 10. I know it has a few things that I would have liked, but it is honestly amazing. It's a brilliant, brilliant game, and it's 10 out of 10 definitely. Thank you for watching, and I plan to make more reviews after this. Goodbye.